It's Week 18 of the NFL. All eyes are on Jerry Jeudy. He's making some noise for end-of-year awards and could hit 1,400 yards this week. It's the Broncos and the Barons, and it comes your way next.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Brooklyn Barons and the Denver Broncos. Brandon Gaudin joined as always by Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Broncos in this one. Well, they're pacing the NFL in passing yardage this season, but a tough test awaits them to stay in that top spot as they face one of the league's best secondaries.
And partner, with how they've played this season, both sides are awfully confident they'll be able to put up big-time numbers. I think this is going to be a very entertaining game just because of that. So let's say it together. Eventually, something's got to give.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and the rankings, they don't matter to him very much, but I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish number one, including himself.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. On 3rd down, Wilson. They're looking for Jeudy, but it's intercepted. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, it's football 101 because when you come in as the favorite team, you obviously don't want to hand any kind of advantage to an opponent ready for an upset. Now, you'll be lucky to only be down 3-zip the next time you get the ball back because you've just handed them a dose of confidence to start this game.
So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, and Zach Wilson.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Hall again on 2nd down. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And he fires one, but incomplete. And his kick is good. And that'll make it 3-0 here in the 1st. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So the Broncos come back out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups. Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he's able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now Williams running left. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Here's Wilson. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. After the interception, here's Wilson. Open man here is Conklin. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. This defense for the Broncos, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
2nd and 11 at the 41. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. To throw is Wilson. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Wilson now off the bootleg. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Wilson. That pass complete to Moore. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now it's Wilson. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Zach Wilson, a 12-yard touchdown run. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? But I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows to 10-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was Zach Wilson who took it in himself on the touchdown run to cap it off. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos and Russell Wilson heading back to work. And he's been loose with the football early. Interceptions on the first couple of drives. As they start again here, we'll see if he can do better. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. On 2nd and 9. Wilson. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Well, his completion percentage continues to rise with that one. But sometimes you want your completion percentage to go down. Maybe you should have thought about throwing that one away.
I was just going to say, it is easier said than done, but that's where you maybe bury it at his feet. Make sure he doesn't catch it.
Great call right there. Put it near the receiver. No grounding, nothing like that. But no one gets a chance to pick it off either.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. It's taken to the 26. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And, partner, let me make a quick pivot here. Season winding down. They're number 32 in offense this year. The last in the league. Where do they go?
Anywhere and everywhere. But they have to do it with a plan. And I think about Atlanta a bunch of years ago. They decided they wanted to get what they thought was going to be a franchise quarterback. And, indeed, he is, Matt Ryan. But they had to supplement it. They went free agency, got a running back, came back and traded back into the 1st round in the same draft to get a left tackle to protect him. Really supplemented that pick, complemented that pick, and went to the playoffs the very next year.
Well, maybe they can use that and carbon copy it. Jonathan Grenard showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Now Wilson. And he's got his big tight end here. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a 1st down. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
Now Wilson looking left side. That's caught by Moore. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the 1st quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quicker.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. 1st quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead 1st quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
And coming out now, the Broncos. And they'll start with great field position, trying to get back into this one. It's 1st and 10 here. Now Wilson on first down. Out right to Bourne. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Throwing again on second down. Wilson, and his throw is going to be incomplete. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Here's Wilson. He'll get this one to Patrick. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. Being chased out left, and he'll just get rid of it. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On the counter, here's Williams. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Now it's Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report from these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Wilson. And that will be incomplete. And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He's got a man, it's his fullback. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
Well, let's be honest about the whole thing. When you're looking for a reliable set of hands on 3rd down, the first thought is often not fullback. But that's who they turn to there, and he does a nice job of securing the football and picking up the first down.
They go play action now. Wilson going up top. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson outright. This one goes to Patrick. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, Wilson got his man. It's Dulcich. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw again is Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing is Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilson. Our score after 1 here on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now. It's Brooklyn in possession. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Wilson to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
They'll give to Hall. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Here's Hall again. Gets around him. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11th. Give to Hall running right. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. A carry here for the big tight end. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
For the guys on defense, this has been a physically taxing drive, but it's also hurt them mentally because they just gave up another first down, and now they're confronted with how do we stop these guys and get off the field.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Here's Wilson. And it's caught. Touchdown. Tyler Conklin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Barons have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, gotta give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 17-3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So already not the best to kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
On 2nd down, Williams. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Wilson. Got a man, it's Judy complete. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Throw to the right, caught by Dulcich. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. That's taken in by Dulcich. And he lost the football. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Zach Wilson and the offense heading back out. He had the touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll search for another score as they begin here with a 1st and 10. Now Hall to start the drive. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Hall again on 2nd down.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Hall again.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6. Straight ahead is Hall.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
56 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
On first down, Haynes. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hall ought to give up the middle.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards there and a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
On first down, right back to Hall.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. From the 5, 2nd and 4.
Here's a give to Hall.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown.
Breece Hall, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Barons have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Extra point forthcoming. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look.
Well, here we sit, week 17. Just one more week in the regular season after this one. So if you're one of these teams trying to make a move and improve your spot or jump in from the outside, Charles, you better make that move now.
And these final games are often a good barometer for all those teams fighting for position or a wild card spot. They have to be able to get the job done these last 2 weeks before things get even tougher when the playoffs officially begin.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson.
This one swung out to Williams. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Open man is born. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Finding his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Out route complete to Dulcich. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Holding offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Wilson. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Wilson will throw again. And he'll just get rid of it. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw is Wilson. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Intended for Jerry Judy. Incomplete. DJ Reed there defensively.
And his kick is indeed good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On first down, Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. On second and 10, Wilson. Open man here is Conklin. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 44-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Now Wilson on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We'll start our tour in the entertainment capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada. And that one at the half with the scoreline of 21-10. Damian Harris, a force in that first half with 2 touchdown runs. From there, we head east to Minnesota to check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting 49ers. Dalvin Cook, 100 yards exactly on the ground with a touchdown run as well. Finally, let's get to the desert to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And that one all even in their matchup with the visiting Dolphins. We'll continue on and take a look at the next-gen stats from the first half. And even though they've got the big cushion, I would imagine they'd like to see a little more out of their passing game. Pretty pedestrian numbers through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. He's got a man, complete. 33 yards that time.
But that last throw, Charles, puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career.
And Brandon, they're not going to stop the game and give him the game ball here, but that's still a pretty impressive number, and he's got plenty of more good football ahead of him. Although I would say the team should give him a game ball after it's all over.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10.
On first and 10, it's Hall.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is second and 6. Hall again on second down. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 94 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They'll go again with Hall.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Draw play, Carter.
And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the 2nd half.
So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos.
At their own 22. Now it's Wilson. Ebron with it over the middle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
That's good for the Denver Broncos.
Now a give up the middle to Williams.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
Quinnen Williams drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense.
And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns. And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Play action. It's Wilson. There's Hall bringing in another one. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Jonathan Grenard able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game, he said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for third down.
Playing pass all the way.
Now Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
They bring their punter out there now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
Denver's offense ready to go again. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson.
Finds Dulcich out left side.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
But we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the first down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees it, rips it, there you go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
It's 2nd down and 10.
To throw again on second down. Wilson. He'll get this one to Patrick. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's Wilson. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Wilson. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Sacked by Andrew Van Ginkel. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
A field goal try forthcoming now for the Broncos. This from 36 yards out. And this one is right through. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So his 3rd field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s, and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear if they want to close this gap.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's more. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 105 yards rushing for him now as he is finishing off the regular season with a bang.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's Hall again. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Wilson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Throwing is Wilson. Flushed out right. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Wilson smart to take off and run with it as he's able to pick up the 1st.
On 3rd down, he obviously wants to throw the football, but there's nowhere to go with it, so he takes off and goes. And nowadays, to get to the 1st down marker, he blows right past it and picks up big yardage. Partner, that's a great bit of improvisation.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson.
This pass out wide to Hall. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Wilson's throw going to be caught by Davis. Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5.
Throwing again here, Wilson. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a 2nd time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play.
They'll run with Hall.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown.
Breece Hall
with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game.
And the Barons look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays.
And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Broncos are about set to go on offense. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Now Wilson.
Open man, he completes it to Judy.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson finding his big receiver Patrick over the middle. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
That's good for a Denver.
Now it's Wilson.
Throw to the right, caught by Dulcich.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at their 49-yard line.
Off the draw, here's Williams. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Wilson.
This one swung out to Williams.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. To throw is Wilson.
This will be caught. Judy. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
On 1st down, Wilson. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 14-yard line.
On 2nd down now. Gaines. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Bryce Hall.
Wilson's pass intercepted. They'll take over.
But here in the fourth quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
They'll start on the ground. Hall, and taken down just shy of the 40.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hall again on 2nd down.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. The offense on 3rd down, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 132 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Right back to him on 1st down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play.
Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. 2nd and 10. They'll give to Hall.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go. Now it's Wilson. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 21. Even 10 yards there as this offense is on the road. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, Wilson.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2.
He has a man. It's complete to Wilson.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Now Wilson. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
Disrupting that play and dropping him was Arnold Ebiketie.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Set to take over, the Broncos offense trots back out. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard, but that is not the case as we play on here this fourth quarter. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Well, the pretty move couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. He'll drop this down to Williams. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now they got to get to the line quickly. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Throw over the middle, taken in by Dulcich. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Wilson. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Again, Wilson. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. Here's 2nd and goal. Wilson. His throw incomplete. This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was Javonte Williams who capped it all off with a touchdown reception. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And they say it's never easy to come into Denver to win because of the altitude. They look pretty comfortable in the altitude.
They certainly did. I'm not quite sure how they got prepared. And it's always been a big debate about what to do. I lived out there at one point. I lived in Colorado Springs. And I remember saying to someone after my second or third day there, like, this altitude thing, this is no big deal. And day 4, it hit. And it hit hard. And it took me a while to get ready and get acclimated. So some teams, they like to come in early, try and get ready, try and get on a schedule and feel good with it. Other teams say, forget it. Let's not let the effects jump on us. They come in as late as possible, as close to kickoff, and play. Whatever way they did it, it worked in this one.
So for our visitors, they finish off the season with a victory, which is the good news. The bad news is that it will wrap up a dreadful 4-13 campaign